Okay, welcome back. So we got a whiteboard behind me, and I want to break down just a few things with the whole Scrum board process, Kanban board, whatever you want to call it. They're all pretty similar. They are a agile development style that has been adopted, and well, I've adopted it. I don't know if anyone else is doing it. I'm sure they are. I've adopted it towards my business overall, towards my life goals, towards anything that I really want, because it's very easy, the process itself. And that's all I really care about. Like, I just want a really easy process to track what I want to accomplish and then actually be able to hold myself accountable and get it done, right? And this allows that. So we've talked about the Google Calendar piece. We've talked about using Trello boards itself. Now, the only issue with Trello boards is that they're just swim lanes, right? So they're just verticals or columns. There's no row feature. So you could bust out, and again, the talk about Trello was about busting out for one project. So let's say Peak Experiences, which is a new brand entirely that we're launching, I would put that into its own Trello board, and that would be the topic, and then these swim lanes would just all be directly related to Peak Experiences. So what I've done here is I've taken the top, tasks from each brand or each thing that I've got going on and plotted out an actual, table for it, okay? So these are my rows, these are my columns. So it's the same columns, and you can use whatever ones you like. This is just a simple 4-step process. There's also a 7-step that you could use. If you had people that needed to review stuff, then you could adopt that method, which would be a 7-step process. I'll probably give that underneath the video, but this is 4. So it's to do, in progress, waiting, and done. Pretty simple. So I'm waiting on somebody else, waiting on something to happen. Propagation on DNS takes a couple days. Design development takes a couple days. That would be all things that would fit into the waiting category. In progress is like we're working on it right now. And to do is it hasn't even been started yet. And then done is it's done and done. So you'll see there's, I've got a lot of sticky notes, and even though you might not be able to make them out, it's okay. I'll explain everything and break it down. So important note is that even though I didn't here, I've got a lot of the same color stickies, you might want to color coordinate your sticky notes per swim lane here, okay? Because it'll make it easier for you to follow. So each one of these is a swim lane, and that's what I'm calling it. It's just a vertical column. And then within each actual, business or operational overview that you want to look at, like I've got Peak Experiences, Optimizing Man is another one of my brands. Obviously my name is Jamison Brandon, so I've got that .com. And these are software related projects that I won't mention. And so these actual rows here then have all the tasks, and everything starts off in to do, and then as it gets done, boop, it works its way through the swim lanes, in progress, waiting, to done. And you could even chop this out and just do to do, in progress, done. You could also go down to a very simple three-step process. And again, it's like, okay, cool, so the test funnel and launch on Facebook, that's in progress, so it goes there. The setup test and Facebook ads, or setup test Facebook ads, that would go into progress, and then maybe once it's in approval and queue with Facebook to get approval on the ads, it goes into waiting, and then once it's all done, up, tested, then it goes there. And there should be sub-tickets to go along with that, or a process to go along with that. So when I set up the test Facebook ads, like what happens? What do I do with the data? Excuse me. So follow-up processes based on what you're doing with these big chunks is important. And really what goes on the individual sticky itself is entirely up to you. You want to kind of create your own little system, and I think a lot of what we go over in the rest of this piece and the above content will help you with that. But you can kind of make your own thing. And so I've got some green stickies, different color coordinating those, and then yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Just work through the swim lanes. And I like having this visual piece because yes, we use Trello, and yes, I actually wrap this into my project management software too, which is Jira, and I have everything busted up into tasks, but I love the visual piece of seeing this. Like my desk is right over there at the moment, and this is cheap. Like I can do this on the go. I could do this on cardboard and slap it with Velcro. Like this is just a Velcro, two-way Velcro holding this onto the wall. I could put that on any wall in a hotel. in Airbnb, and it wouldn't rip down the paint, and it'll be good to go when I leave. So I could totally do this while I'm traveling. I can use these while I'm at my home office. You can use them anywhere that you want. And they're incredibly powerful because at a glance, they give you that visual piece that a lot of us entrepreneurs are looking for but don't necessarily have. So the internet tabs are great, and the different softwares are great, but a lot of times that just kind of washes into the background, and I don't check in on that as much throughout the day as having this visual piece right in front of me. So give it a shot in your world, in your business, and see how it goes for you.